Today we're drilling holes to mount the permanent magnet alternator, otherwise known as a PMA. Okay, I have the plates and everything disassembled here. Another one's right there. Okay, so let's go through this real quick. Okay, the 3 holes are on the top. Okay, that's the front side of the plate, and that's the back. Okay, the PMA is going to be mounted right in this area here. Okay, let's talk about the holes are going to be drilled at the top. 1 inch down, 1 inch over. We're going to drill a 1/2 inch hole right there. Okay, we're going to stick a 1/2 inch threaded rod, that rod right there, some threaded rod is going to go through that hole. Okay, that's 1 inch down, 1 inch over. We're going to drill a 1/2 inch hole. Okay, the next hole down at the bottom here, right below it. 1 inch over from the side and 4 inches up from the bottom. So 1 inch over, 4 inches up. That's a 3/8 inch hole. Okay, 3/8 of an inch. Okay. So that's going to help stabilize and square up the gearbox. It's the same thing for over here on the other plate. Same thing. Same exact dimensions, exact same holes. Just mirroring the other plate, right? Okay, this is going to help square up the gearbox, okay, and strengthen it and keep it from flexing and all that under load, but also the 3/8 inch hole at the bottom is actually going to be a mounting rod. As a threaded rod goes to the hole, it's going to be a mounting position for the PMA. That hole down there on the right, the bottom, the bigger of the 2 holes. This is a 3/8 inch hole over here. It's not threaded, just a normal hole. Okay, you have another hole up here. This is 5/16 and it is threaded. Okay, basically the PMA threaded rod is going to go through here, even though it's not a threaded hole, and we're going to secure it on both sides on the threaded rod with some washers, lock washers, and nuts to keep it stable on the threaded rod, so it doesn't wobble around, wobble around like that, But it's also going to be a pivot point, right? It's going to pivot on that hole there. Okay, and then I'm going to put a regular bolt, 5/16 bolt through there, long one. Okay, or maybe some threaded rod. I'll cut it down, whatever. And a turnbuckle is going to go on there, kind of like that thing there. And the turnbuckle is going to allow us to, of course, tighten and loosen on the pivot so that we can tighten up the chain, because the sprocket's going to go on here. Okay, so we're going to pivot over here on the right rod, right like that, and to tighten it, the turnbuckles are going to be, one's going to go here, another one's going to go in the back over here. There's a mounting position here. As a matter of fact, there's a turnbuckle sitting on there now. Okay, kind of like that. So the turnbuckle will pull and tighten it up, right? And another turnbuckle is going to go on this one. It's going to come in like this at an angle and pull on it. Tighten the chain. Okay. So that's what we're doing today. Drilling the holes in the steel plates for the gearbox for mounting positions and for stability on the gearbox. So that's what I'm trying to do today. All right, so chronicling that. For those who are watching and keeping track of the project, this is a critical step. All righty, later.